So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story is from Superboy number 125, published in November 1965, with story by Otto Binder and art by George Papp. And it says, "Dig Superboy. In this issue, he becomes as bald as Luthor," but we don't read that one. You've saved me again, Kid Psycho, this time with an anti-kryptonite shield projected by your eyes. What I'd give to have your powers. How greedy. You already have so many. Warning to Superboy, don't envy Kid Psycho. Notice to readers, you'll cheer, you'll cry when you read The Sacrifice of Kid Psycho. Catapult fire, haha, that chunk of green kryptonite will destroy Superboy. Hey, what happened? Kid Psycho somehow formed an invisible shield in front of me. The kryptonite merely bounced away. He performed super feats that even I can't do with ease. All right, Superboy. So Superboy is out, and this boy comes up to him. "Pardon me, could you direct me to Superboy's home?" And Clark Kent says, "I'm sorry, but no one knows his real address." Suddenly, an emergency as a cable breaks next to a truck loaded with explosives. Clark changes to Superboy, but this other mysterious boy says, "Wait, Superboy, I'll handle this. If you try to move the wire now, you might accidentally touch off the nitro." And his eyes glow, and all of a sudden, holy smoke, how did you deflect the sparks? Let that be my secret for the time being, Superboy. Just call me your pal, Kid Psycho, which is a magnificent name for a villain, but I'm not sure why he's not like Kid Psychic, but I do love that name. You can repair the wire now, Superboy. Thanks. Up. I'll pull the end of it up to break and weld the high tension cables together with my heat vision. So he's curious about this Kid Psycho. Another emergency happens in the reptile house as this guy clumsily breaks the cage open, and out come a couple of cobras. But they are suddenly trapped by an invisible force. These cobras striking at me will only end up with sore fangs. But what is this strange power of yours, Kid Psycho? I'll explain it all later. Now you can toss the snakes back into their cage, Superboy. And yet another emergency as a tank rolls by. They snatched $1 million. Superboy takes flight, but they shoot out a ball of kryptonite with a catapult. Yipes! Green kryptonite striking at that speed. The blow could be fatal to me. But Kid Psycho uses his power to create a force field. Great Scott! The green K only bounced away as if it hit a steel wall. How I wish I had his powers. And then now that he's free from the kryptonite, rips the top off the tank. Now I see, Kid Psycho used a similar force shield to deflect the high-tension wire sparks and to create an invisible wall in front of the escaping cobras. So he removes his turban to reveal an extra-large brain. You're from another world of super-evolved people. No, the other people on my planet were quite normal. To explain my evolution brain, I have to start with my father and mother. So they were both astronauts. They were sent into space to destroy this space monster. There's the monster. I'll maneuver the craft so you can aim at it properly. Hurry, I must fire before its long tentacles grasp our capsule and crack it open like a shell. But they blast it, and nothing is left except radiant sparks that form a new constellation in the sky. The monster constellation will always remind us of the brave deed of those two astronauts. But when they have a child, "Oh, our baby's head is too big, it's deformed." "No, my dear, it's a mutation, a sudden advance in evolution which gave him a bigger brain. Who knows what amazing powers he may have." Unfortunately, this does happen sometimes, and it is not an evolved brain. It is an unfortunate medical problem. But these are aliens, I guess. He has the power of mind over matter. He levitated those blocks to form the word animal in midair. And there he is in school, and he can make the chalk levitate. And he is able to create an invisible dam to stop raging waters. And then his planet blows up, and he's, I guess, the last survivor. All this happened in your future, though, Superboy. Landing on Earth in the 30th century, I decided to join the Legion of Superheroes and continue using my power for good deeds to demonstrate my super ability. So he shows what he's capable of doing, but Saturn Girl says, "Sorry, Kid Psycho, we must reject you." So Superboy seems confused as to why they would reject someone so powerful, so the two of them go into the future. With my Psycho Force drills, uh, with my Psycho and my Psycho Force drills, a path through time for me. I was given a flight ring by the Legionnaires as a sort of consolation prize. So Superboy approaches Saturn Girl asking why. But we must, Superboy, explain. Let me explain. He took a medical exam, like all applicants, but we didn't realize the doctors hadn't told him their findings. See, Superboy, how could we let him join the Legion knowing that every time we gave him an assignment, we would help bring him to an early grave? So it says Psycho Force beaming forth drains large amounts of energy from brain. Each time subject uses his power, he shortens his life by about 1 year. So we've seen him use his powers at least 4 times just since the story started, not including in the past. So that's 4 years. Great Scott, no wonder you had to reject him. Maybe you should have told him, though. Naturally, you can't accept me under those circumstances, but if you ever really need me, I'll be glad to use my psycho power, even if it does shorten my life by another year. What an offer. Only a real hero would willingly sacrifice his own life for others. Well, I can't stay here, since I'm not a member. So long, everybody. Choke. Great idea, Superboy. Wait, Kid Psycho. Worthy applicants who have been rejected may join the Legion Reserve. They'll be on call if we need them. We hereby enter you, Kid Psycho, in the reserve as our secret weapon number 1. What a great honor. Thanks, Saturn Girl. That makes me feel much better. Secret weapon number 1 of the Legion of Superheroes. That's me. The Legion may never have need of his powers, but knowing they might call on him is all Kid Psycho needs to be happy again. I love the name, but that is a villain's name. He probably should have been Kid Psychic, but I think Kid Psycho does kind of roll off the tongue a lot better. So that is the first appearance of Kid Psycho. I'm willing to bet he reappears, but I don't remember.